So today we are bringing local communities to the State House to really show the impacts that early learning has in their own communities as well as across the state.
Our kids are our greatest natural resource in our state, and so how can we invest in them like we would invest in other natural resources?
Yeah, we've got people from the Panhandle, from North Idaho. We've got people from Eastern Idaho, St. Anthony, American Falls, Coeur d'Alene, West Central Mountains, Valley County, Marsing.
This is really a community-led, locally driven approach for communities who know their communities, for them to really navigate and figure out what is the best way to support families with young children.
The conversations are centering around workforce and the impacts of childcare on the workforce, which is good news for the early learning work that we've been doing. We definitely want a strong workforce. We want parents to be able to go back to work and to have a place that their kids can go that is high quality, that's intentional, that is a great environment for them. And if the parents are in the workforce, we want them to have tools and resources that they can access to be able to help and support their kids to be able to be those successful adults that we hope someday that they'll be.
I think the most powerful part of this day is really telling the stories of those parents, which makes it real. It's, looking at a spreadsheet can view things as being an abstraction, but telling the story of one child or one family and how their work has impacted that child or family makes it real for them, and makes a stronger case for investment in early childhood education.
Because we know that there is a shortage of childcare, and so what kinds of strategies are we thinking about and what is needed, because you can only do so much to create a thriving, sustainable childcare or preschool or community programming.
And Idaho is one of 2 states left in the nation that provides 0 state funding for early childhood, or for early education specifically. And we really want lawmakers to understand, one, the importance of early education. During a child's first 5 years of life, 80% of their brain development takes place. And those years are so critical, and it's so important that parents have the resources they need to be their child's first and best teacher and understand how to help their child meet those developmental benchmarks and start learning early literacy skills, early math skills, learn how to regulate their emotions. And that can happen in a number of settings, whether it's at home with parents, whether it's in a traditional preschool setting, or whether it's in childcare.
For years, we have really been advocating for investments in early childhood education. And I think that we are seeing a shift in the way that policymakers look at early childhood. Are we there yet? No, but are we making progress? 100%. We are seeing these policymakers who are just more interested and more engaged in having the conversation, not necessarily around the what, but around the how.